All right, welcome. Welcome to today's episode of The Cooking Show. I'll be your host. I'm the cook. Now, actually, we're not cooking anything today, but it's been so long since I've had a chance to make a video. I've been under the weather. But today, I had to do it. So, I won't be cooking, but I'll be talking about some delicious things. So, first of all, I went by Whole Foods, and it's been a long time. And Sadie, who they just hired to be managing the team leader for the cheese department, hooked me up with this. Just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I think it's called Golden Harvest Boulet, something Golden Boulet. It's just absolutely incredible. So she gave it to me to try, and it's unbelievable. So I've got that. And I've got this cheese, which is similar to, anyway, it's, I'm not good with cheese names. But it's Dellen Briat Savarin. And it's a little bit like salt forward on the palate, but it's unbelievably creamy. It's just like melts in your mouth. It reminds me of Délices de Bourgogne. So anyway... so what we've got this amazing bread, fresh, very fresh. What have we got here? Oh yeah, some cultured butter. This cheese. A fresh red pear as a palate cleanser. We've got some, I don't know if you've tried this Partana olive oil. It's absolutely amazing. It's from Sicily. The olives are from Sicily. And it's probably the best bang for buck you can get for really high quality olive oil, at least at Whole Foods. And same thing, this Napa Valley Naturals balsamic, really good, aged I don't know how long, really, really good balsamic. So what we're gonna do, but wait, there's more. Let me get that in the spotlight. So this honey is from Erica Gardner, the mom of one of my students, Kira. And it's a gift. And it's from their beehives. They live right up the hill, up the mountain. And it is just absolutely amazing. So, what I plan to do, and maybe I'll do this tomorrow morning, is make a video of the healing cacao drink that I've been making to try to counter my heart disease. And so I've been using cacao and some spices and then this honey with plant milk every morning instead of taking the statin drugs. And it's an experiment to see when I go back in a year or 6 months, if my cholesterol has gone down. Anyway, let's try this. So, wow. Take some of that. Let's take some of this cheese, which isn't going to last long at all. And just cream that right up with the cheese. You know what? There goes the cheese. That didn't last long. That's the problem with having a teacher's salary, but my taste and my salary are not in alignment. So let's just try this. Actually, I'm going to take a tiny bit of butter and my friends, when I used to live in Paris, they would take butter to sort of take the bite off of the blue cheese, and they'd kind of mix it together. And they sometimes do something similar. This cheese doesn't need that. But before I even do the cheese, let me take a piece of this. Let's get a little slice of pear. And of course, I would be doing this with red wine, but I kid you not, it's probably easier to buy an automatic weapon in Utah than it is to buy a bottle of wine. So, it could be crisper. I'm not sure where Jen got this, but it could be a lot crisper. Yeah. So, little bit of this bread, and let's do the balsamic. in the Partana olive oil. Mm-hmm. So before I actually started filming, I already had, I don't know, a third of this loaf with this amazing honey and some butter and a little bit of the cheese. So I may not have more honey right now. But this is incredible. I've got a little tiny bit of butter on here too as well. It's so good. Like for me, the ideal meal would be bread, cheese, olives, a crisp red pear, not a soft, mealy one like this is. Some wine, good olive oil, good balsamic. I don't know, maybe a little bit of fig jam or fig preserves. Amazing. Now, let's the bread is really crusty and really soft on the inside. All right, I'll cleanse my palate. There's nothing worse than a red pear as a palate cleanser, which is mealy and not sharp and crisp. But there we go. It's actually disgusting. And the flavors and the textures. It's like a symphony or jazz. And it just kind of, builds, and there's these after flavors and nuances, and it doesn't go away, right? It just keeps on morphing, but the flavor is amazing, and it feels really good in the body. No. Give me European eating any day. With the wine, though, and the crisp pear. Here we go. Got the cheese, and I will say the name again. Sorry, I've always been really bad with cheese names. I don't know why. They don't stick. This is Dellen Briat Sovereign, or Severin. And, pasteurized cow milk, salt, rennet, cultures, penicillin, candidum. And it's about $25 a pound, but she hooked me up. Let's try this. I'm actually eating the skin of it at this point. It didn't last long. It's definitely salt forward, which I like. Really creamy. The texture of the bread, the crust and the soft inside of the bread and the cheese, it's kind of melting in my mouth, and the flavors. If only I had a little red wine. Let's try a little bit more. I really like eating with my hands. I'll be honest. The more, the more senses I can get involved in my food, for me the better. Smell, taste, and touch. Like, I like touching this bread. It feels good. I like getting the cheese on my hands. It's cool and creamy and amazing. No, this time, we got the cheese, bread. Let's go for the Partana and the balsamic and see what we get. Mm. Mm. It's so good. So good. I almost feel like a little honey got into the olive oil. There's this, hint of honey sweetness. It's absolutely amazing. So balsamic comes from the root balsam, which is healing. So I guess when the monks originally made balsamic vinegar, it was meant to be a balsam or a healing food. And to me, it certainly is a healing food. Mm. Hmm. So this symphony of flavors, right? And textures. And then after flavors and afterglows and vibrations. It's like plucking a string on a violin, and the sound waves move down the string and then back and back and back. And the frequencies are like, constantly changing. The amplitude is constantly changing. And then you pluck more than one string, or maybe you pluck a chord. And so all those frequencies are now interacting, canceling, reinforcing, and you're getting this flavor experience in your mouth, in my mouth, that is symphonic, orchestral in nature. Or as they say in Texas, I won't say what they'll say in Texas. It's really like a healing experience. Let me do a little bit more, and then we'll bid each other a fond adieu. But I will be, once I win the lottery, I'll be heading back for more of this cheese and more of this bread. I don't gamble, so I probably won't win the lottery. I almost feel like the messier the better. And that salt forward flavor kind of counterpointing the sweetness of this particular balsamic. And then that full rich flavor of this olive oil. Amazing olive oil. So thank you Normally I'd be eating a slice of this between every bite, but I'm not going to do that to my palate. Thanks for tuning in to, what's the name of our show? It used to be Cooking with Chris Coe, and I was Chris Coe, but that was a one-off. Thanks for tuning in. To Nectar of the Gods. So that's what this is. Tune in tomorrow, if I have time, to get a tutorial on how to make a healing cacao drink that's absolutely delicious. Healing, a lot of Ayurvedic herbs and spices I use in there. From back in the day when I used to do Ayurvedic medicine. And it's wonderful and soothing. And it does have, cacao has caffeine. Cacao is very heart friendly. But cacao releases its caffeine in a completely different way than coffee or tea. Much more mellow release and kind of a subtle energy experience. All right, so thanks. I'm going to shut this off. Two thumbs up. Bye.